COVID-19 has caused non-essential services around the United States to shut down or limit their services. As people avoid going to restaurants, movie theaters, and offices to mitigate the spread of COVID-19, the revenue losses for these businesses continue to mount. Insureds who paid premiums for commercial property insurance soon discovered that most business interruption coverages inside these policies do not apply to the COVID-19 pandemic. The fallout of these business interruption coverages not being triggered by COVID-19 will affect insurers and insureds in the short term as well as the long term. Today I'm going to talk about three main points. 1, why the business interruption coverages are not being triggered. 2, the increase in litigation to determine who is going to pay for the loss of business income. And 3, possible innovations in modern day insurance to help ensure that a situation like this never occurs again. The business interruption coverage within the commercial property policies are not being triggered due to COVID-19 related losses, primarily due to the fact that no permanent physical damage has occurred to the covered properties. COVID-19 can be located on covered properties such as buildings, airplanes, and others because the virus is transmitted from touching infected surfaces and through the air. This, however, does not mean that the virus's presence on a covered property is categorized as property damage. Due to past viral epidemics such as SARS back in 2003, insurers began to include exclusions to pandemics and viral diseases as covered causes of losses under the commercial property policies. This is a way that insurers prepare to a degree to be protected against losses that are too large to cover. The industry estimates that losses for all small businesses, whether they're covered by insurance or not, could reach up to $400 billion a month. As a way for the policyholders to mitigate their loss of income due to COVID-19, they are turning to the litigation process in order to make insurers pay for some of the losses. Lawsuits by policyholders are expected to come in waves against insurers in the next coming months. Robert Sarko, a lawyer who represents thousands of McDonald's, Burger King, and Hilton Hotel franchisees, is preparing to file business interruption claims on the grounds that the Order of Civil Authority clause will trigger because of the government-mandated shutdowns of non-essential business operations. Policyholders are also arguing that shutdowns due to contaminated building surfaces is a form of property damage that would cause trigger coverage, according to John Hoteling. John was the first lawyer to file a COVID-19 related business interruption claim. Some states, such as Massachusetts, have proposed new legislation that would make insurers pay certain claims related to COVID-19. In a response to these lawsuits, insurers are stating that the business interruption policies were never rated to cover a viral outbreak, as shown by most policies excluding pandemics as a covered cause of loss. These exclusions protect the industry from experiencing massive payouts all at once that would deplete the funds necessary to cover risks insurance actually paid for. Examples of these risks would be natural disasters such as hurricanes and tornadoes. Insurers are also stating that since no structural physical damage has occurred to the property, the coverage does not apply. The lawsuit battles between policyholders and insurers will take place state to state because of the differentiation between each state's insurance laws. This means that the outcomes of different court cases might vary depending on the state that they were taking place in. With COVID-19 as a catalyst, I believe that the insurance industry will make proactive changes to make a better service and product in the future. I believe that different innovative practices will begin to occur in the insurance industry to prevent such widespread losses from occurring due to a pandemic again. Marsh partnered with Munich Re, one of the world's largest providers of coverage for high-severity losses, to launch an insurance policy called Pathogen RX in 2018. The policy was created to provide financial protection for businesses that experience losses due to an infectious disease in the United States and Asia. No one bought the policy before the COVID-19 outbreak, but the pandemic is likely to change that as businesses want to be protected for the next pandemic. It is likely that other insurance carriers will begin offering similar policies that provide the same type of protection. Richard Levick, the CEO of a crisis and reputation risk management firm, believes that insurers can make a transition to using more plain language when describing their insurance policies to insureds. This would allow the insureds to more easily understand what exactly is covered and not covered in their policies. An example of this could be in the form of real stories describing how their policies have helped people in the past. Steve Gerard and Brendan Paris from the UGA Risk Management panel believe that in the future there could be a partnership between the insurance industry and the federal government to create a backstop for pandemic-related losses. A template for this could be derived from TRIA, which is used today to cover another uninsurable risk, which is terrorism. These proactive changes would help the world be more prepared for a pandemic event if such an event occurred again. In conclusion, the COVID-19 pandemic has impacted the world in a way that no one could have anticipated. The lack of coverage to most insureds has caused a growing number of lawsuits against insurers and will most likely cause innovative changes to occur within the insurance industry to help mitigate these losses in the future. The insurance industry is currently on the front lines helping people recover from COVID-19. I believe that the insurance industry will be a huge contributor in helping the world prepare for a pandemic in the future. Thank you.